this piece in Salon, these are just a few stories that I've been kind of hanging on to, wanted to share with you. They really don't want this thing out. The biggest Iraq war scandal that nobody's talking about, it's the burn pits. And Liam O'Donoghue, writing about this book, he says, the first 10 pages of the burn pits, The Poisoning of America's Soldiers, will rip your heart out. In the opening chapter of this new book, Joseph Hickman, a former U.S. Marine and Army sergeant, shares the brief and tragic life story of one Iraq war veteran. In a nutshell, a healthy young man shipped off to Iraq was stationed at a U.S. military base where he was exposed to a constant stream of toxic smoke, returned home with horrible respiratory problems, was denied care by the VA, developed brain cancer, and died. Thousands of soldiers have suffered similar fates. Why? Because 250 military burn pits throughout Iraq and Afghanistan. They, according to this book, quote, the rate for having a child with birth defects is 3 times higher for service members who served in those countries. The impact on local civilian populations is even more widespread. Sharp increases in cancer and leukemia, skyrocketing numbers of birth defects. The toxic legacies of these burn pits will continue to devastate the region for decades. So why burn pits? Why did we openly... why did we burn our waste, including toxic waste, in open pits? Well, and the things that got burned: tires, lithium batteries, asbestos insulation, pesticide containers, styrofoam, metals, paints, plastic, medical waste, and even human corpses. As a result of the privatization of many aspects of military operations, the burn pits were operated by Kellogg Brown and Root, KBR, a former subsidiary of Halliburton, the company where Dick Cheney was CEO before ascending to the White House. During the Bush administration, Halliburton made nearly $40 billion from lucrative government contracts. Despite many corruption scandals, Dick Cheney and his corporate allies got incredibly rich, and the soldiers whose lives have likely been destroyed by this reckless operation are pretty much screwed. This is, and they call this the biggest Iraq war scandal that nobody's talking about. This is to Iraq what Agent Orange was to Vietnam. This is a very, very, very bad situation. And, it is, and it's why our military is not... why do we have to hire a private contractor to dispose of military waste? Why can't the military do it themselves? It would be cheaper, and they would be concerned about their own health. Instead, you got a for-profit corporation coming in and running these burn pits and poisoning people and, walking off with no liability and no problem. This is wrong.
You're listening to the Thom Hartmann Program. Call 202-536-2370.
This is a piece of that military-industrial complex that Dwight Eisenhower warned us about. It's bad and getting worse.
To watch more clips from our programs, hit the Watch More Videos button over here. And please be sure to hit the handy-dandy subscribe button so you'll always be up to date. Tag, you're it.